only 8% of people use financial advisors. So 92% look at other things. Nearly, I think it's 49%, nearly 50% of 16 to 34-year-olds use social media for their investment decisions. What is that all about? Because most of those people giving the advice don't know what they're talking about. These are life-changing situations that could occur from someone making money from other people's needs and desires, which is, I think, ethically wrong.
We'd all like to have a little bit more money in our pockets. Who wouldn't? Especially with cost of living pressures, meaning every penny needs to go further than ever. But we're being warned to have our wits about us when it comes to financial advice offered online, amid a rise of social media personalities being dubbed finfluencers.
Influencer is a person who, by virtue of their popular status, can influence the financial decision-making process of others through promotions or recommendations on social media. And the thing here is that people are using their celebrity status and their audience to promote things that they possibly don't know much about. And the problem here is there's a fundamental conflict of interest in the fact that they're getting paid to deliver this recommendation. The end client effectively is not having to pay any fees, but is probably getting some poor advice.
While an increase in money management content online seems to suggest a rising interest in financial education amongst everyday people, not all advice is created equal. With this in mind, here's what you need to look out for to avoid falling victim to scams.
If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So that's the first thing. Avoid it like the plague. Don't be too greedy. You know, people are greedy and lazy. It's not a very nice thing to say, but a lot of people are. And if they can make lots of money very quickly without too much effort, then they will. Of course, everyone will, but it's a false promise, and it's not something that's really going to come to fruition in most cases. Many of the influencers, some are knowledgeable, but many are not. They don't have the expertise. They're certainly not regulated. There's no comeback on them if they make a bad recommendation.
But what is being done to stop these influencers in their tracks? Regulators are attempting to crack down on those who recklessly promote investment or trading opportunities on social media platforms. But experts like Paddy believe regulators need to be given more power.
The regulators globally are pushing harder to try to control this sort of new industry that's there, and it's very difficult because they're all over the world. They might not be in the country. It's difficult for a UK regulator to regulate someone who might be, in another country, etc. So it is a very tough job. But I think the regulators need to take this by the scruff of the neck and be very strong. Start fining people serious amounts of money for poor behaviour, and that will hopefully start to discourage others.